Go ahead and drop my... Okay, let's put this in that.
Let me get on here. You on Insta?
Oh, I don't want to hear, I don't want to...
I'm gonna mute mine.
Oh.
Because I can hear your phone.
Well, you can't hear my phone, you'll hear me.
But I'll hear what she's saying to you, because you're
Oh,
hear
yeah.
him.
Do, 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 do.
Are you live right now?
Mm-hmm.
Why aren't you popping up on my Insta? That's fine.
Hi everybody. How are y'all? I'm not going through every comment that said hi. Cause that was a lot. I'm here at Cody's house. People said hi to you.
Hello.
I'm gonna wait a second and let some people get in here.
Do I not follow you? What is your Insta?
Why are we waiting until now to figure this out?
I already followed you.
It's just my name. Are you okay? Do you have to pee or poop?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I do have to pee.
Oh.
Shelby Kayla?
Yeah. Can we put the on-air light? Somebody said, can we turn the on-air light to be dramatic? No.
It is on, I think.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Oh, I guess I could have done it. I didn't realize how...
Yeah, it was on.
Oh, that is on.
The battery is low. It's not very bright.
Hi. 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 So, I just wanted to, jump on and really quickly before we start and say that I don't know why I'm not good with lives when other people are. I get like weird. Okay, so actually this is a good starting point because I already see a comment. So Brooke, you know I love you. Live, laugh, love. I want to say this, that by no stretch of the imagination have I forgotten about all the things that Allie has said or done or all the videos and whatever. However, like I said in my live earlier, we're not going to sit in the comments this entire time and like make fun of her and bash her and whatever. Is there going to be a time to like hold her accountable? Absolutely. I'm totally down for that. But like, if I was in her position, I wouldn't want to, I wouldn't sit here and just read a bunch of comments about people talking shit about me either. Like, I would leave. So, yeah, we're not going to do that. And I will, like, give, like, a warning. But other than that, like, I'm just going to kick people. Like, I don't really care if it upsets people or whatever. And if people want to be mad about it. I'm going to give an update. I'm trying to get there. Another thing, like, if y'all will, like, wait, I promise you I'm going to get to everything. Like, I'm not going to... No, Olivia. Olivia. Hi, Aubrey. So, this is what kind of transpired. So, this morning I got a message on Instagram from Allie. And I'm not mad at anybody really quick. I just want to say, like, if I seem irritated with, like, I know there's gonna be the same comments and same questions and stuff in the chat, and like I don't want to have to like keep on saying it over. So just let me say it, and then if I don't answer something, then you know. Anyway, I got a message from Allie this morning, and she basically just asked if I had actually sent Bella a message and sent her my condolences and apologized for everything. And I was like, huh? Like, basically, like, what are you talking about? And I was like, no, like, that didn't happen. And she was like, I'm just... What do you mean? Can I tilt my phone? What's wrong? Oh, am I in the... I'm in the... How do I...
What are you trying to do? Tilt it down?
Yeah, because my face is in the comments, I guess.
Oh.
So I guess it needs to be moved down a little. Sorry.
Is that better?
A little, yeah, that's good right there. Anyway, and so I just said that I had not done that, and she was like, I'm just trying to fact check her, and then she basically started to, fill me in on what had transpired, I guess, between the two of them. Basically, she had been in conversation with Bella and been confronting her about some of the stuff. Like, there was a live that she did. It was the same day that I did that joint live with Bella and Miranda. It was later that night. She did another live with Miranda and some other girl, Tiffany, I think. And in that live, apparently she was drunk and whatever, and kept using the N-word. And anyway, so Allie confronted her. Yeah, that's Cody's fine ass. I don't know where he went, but y'all think he's fine. That's cute. Anyway, so she confronted her about that, and then also kind of confronted her about several other things like money stuff. I guess there's been some I'm gonna talk about it, but I'm gonna bring her. When she comes up, we can kind of discuss it together. I heard Miranda tell her to stop saying the N-word. So here's my thing. To me, I don't know, maybe just because I'm a more dramatic person, but if I'm in a live with somebody, especially somebody who I've already had issues with, and they're just saying the N-word over and over again, I'm not going to be like, stop saying that. Stop saying that. Nah, bitch, I'm kicking you out, and we're done. So, anyway, that's with her, though. Yeah, so Allie's essentially just been kind of filling me in on stuff and letting me know like what's been going on. And there's been some questions about where Bella's staying or things that she's told them privately that I didn't know about publicly. And then yeah, money, she got paid like a $900 check and it was gone in a matter of days. Just stuff that I guess Allie started to question. And so that is what's transpired today. So Allie has basically made it clear that she's done with Bella, and she's made that clear to Bella. I'm sure Bella does know, because I'm sure she'll show up at some point. And yeah, that's just where we are. So, again, for those who are like coming in, yeah, I'm gonna ask again. We're not gonna be disrespectful in the chat. We're not gonna sit there and, go crazy and, all this, how we normally are. I want to try to get through this without all that. And then as far as like asking questions, I have some questions that I'm going to ask. And then, I don't know if hold on, add as moderator. And then, you guys can put some questions in the chat. I probably won't get to all of them, but Um, yeah, and then I think that's it. So, Allie, whenever you're ready and you want to come up. So the way that we're going to do it is I'm going to let her come up. Hi, Andrea, and kind of let her, I guess, say what she needs to say. Hey, Britt, how are you? And then once, that's over, I'm just going to yeah, I was going to ask a couple of questions. So, if that worked, that should have worked. Oh, hi.
What's up? What's up? Girl,
Much. How are you?
ain't good for nothing. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All that noise.
Girl, I cannot get myself together.
You're nervous.
Okay, we're chilling now. I'm trying to set my shit up, but...
Oh.
Okay, here we go. There you go. Girl, I don't know how I did it last time. I just held my phone. Okay, so I am getting, like,
You're good.
Instagram things where the live, it will say, like, live, your live isn't working or something like that. Something like that.
What do you mean?
Like, the live isn't working. Like, I have 2 phones, so I was on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just on my main phone right now.
Oh.
What's up, guys?
So, I mean, you heard the little spiel I gave.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I just wanted you to know that, like, this one's going to be different than last time. Like, I'm not even angry. Like, I'm just, whatever. I just want you to, that noise, girl.
Huh?
There's so much noise.
Sorry, I'm on my work computer.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
But yeah, so I don't know where you want to start, or
Well, I just want to say, like, definitely want to like apologize for the shit that I said to you. You know what I mean? Like whether it was like, private DMs or whatever, like the videos I fucking made. Like, definitely just want to apologize there because, like I was coming from a place like, fuck this guy, like he's bullying this person, and that's how I saw it. Like, and so I came from hate. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, like, I do apologize for all of that because it's like, I know what it's like, to have been bullied back then, when I was a lot younger, and how that affected me. You know what I mean? And then, so I was just like, I just don't want to be known as someone like that. I don't want to be known who was trying to be a good friend to her, and then in the midst of that, be a total cunt, right?
Yeah.
And I started to see myself unravel and become this fucking bitch. And for what?
Mm-hmm.
What was she doing for me? You know what I mean? So when that whole stuff happened with, it happened, and then she,
Wait,
obviously went live and made videos. You don't want to talk about it, which is fine, but like I had kind of laid off at that point. Like when you had, you told me not to speak about it, about like,
oh, you're just talking
her
about,
saying that evil thing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, at that point, I had started to, because like in the obviously, about the group chat that we have, right? And she had messaged us. One, she didn't even tell me that she was going in that live. Not that she has to, but it's like, we're besties, right? So it's like, you would think that you'd want your like bestie to be there or whatever. And then she was like, oh my gosh, what the fuck did I just do? And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? And then 20 minutes later, she's like, oh yeah, me and Shelby went live together, and he told me that he was sorry. And I was like, what? I was like, Shelby told, I was like, that doesn't make sense. And then I was just like, I don't understand why you would put yourself in a live with someone who you hate, and obviously this person has issues with you. And I was just like, nah, girl, yeah. Like, what the fuck are you fucking doing? Mm. Like, what, like, what in the hell are you doing at this point? And then, like, she would make videos about you, right? And she was like, oh, you should do it. You should comment about it. I'm like, for what? Like, me and Shelby, we have beef, but we ain't beefing like that. Like, I'm
Mm.
not trying to ride that wave with her no more.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I made my like little story times or whatever. It definitely was not funny. You know what I mean? I definitely take full accountability for that because again, like at the end of the day, like you're a person just like I am, and Bella isn't a person. She isn't a human to me because people who are actually people don't act that way.
Yeah.
They just don't. And I just wanted to look at you and just tell you like I am sorry and I do apologize for the things that I said, and I'm sorry how it affected you because that's not fair. It's not okay. So I do apologize, like from myself. Like
Yeah.
this has nothing to do with like what people have said about me because if I don't give a fuck as a person, that'd be me because I clearly don't care. But when I start to hurt people, that affects me, and
Yeah.
that's not okay. And I wanted to preface this conversation first and say how sorry I was. And when she said that disgusting thing about, you know,
Yeah.
you know, it it put me in a headspace like, damn bitch, like I suffer from loss. You know what I mean? Like I lost my mom in 2015 and I wasn't fucking absent for 10 years and all of a sudden I'ma care about it. Like no, like I went through that. And I know what it's like for someone to be so close to you and someone, have issues like that. You know what I mean? So it's like for her to know that I've dealt with that, you would think that she wouldn't react that way. But TikTok is her only personality trait.
Uh-huh.
So that's what that is.
Yeah. So what, I mean, I guess people are interested to know like why you guys had like how did you get to a point where you're not friends anymore?
So when she got her first, I think it was like her second check, right? She had
So
got
yeah, because
paid.
remember she got one and it was like lower.
Yes, that was
And
her first check, and then
she just got her first real one and it was
$887,
so like
and
about
then
$900.
literally 3 days later, 4 days later, she's in the group chat. I'm really dying for a Dr. Pepper right now. I'm really hungry, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, me being who the fuck I am, I messaged her privately because I don't want to embarrass her. And I was like, didn't you just get paid? Like, what did you do with $900? Like, you just got paid. Yes, you spent money on going to work. You probably spent money on food. But where did the other money go? Like, if you're gonna get money from me, bitch, you better tell me what the fuck you spent your check on, type shit. And
Mm-hmm.
she never responded to me. And that's when I was like, this bitch is playing me. and then and then of course money was sent to her, not for myself.
Yeah.
And then money continued to be sent, and I was just like shocked. And then all of a sudden she would make, like what makes another thing is like, how she loves to make videos, loves to go live about everything that's going on in her life. And then she made a like caption video, oh well, I'm sleeping outside, or something like that, something along those lines, or something about her being homeless and her not like having a roof over her head. And I asked her about it, and I'm like, so you're not? Yeah.
Just real quick,
Yes.
Britt wrote a comment to you and the thing
Yes.
just letting you know she retracts what she said and that you can tell her
Oh,
part.
okay.
I just wanted
So,
you to know that so you didn't have to
oh,
like
okay.
get
Sorry, I'm
defensive.
not paying attention to the comments.
No, you're good.
But yeah. So when she made those comment videos or whatever about her being homeless and this and that, I'm just like, what? Like, one, you never tell me. Like, she never messaged me personally that, oh, I'm homeless, I'm gonna go live on the streets until I get paid again and I can go get a hotel or whatever, this and that. She's like, I feel uncomfortable, this, that, and the third. And then but the next day, oh, I'm walking back to grandma's house to go shower. Bitch, what the fuck is it, ho? Because you're either homeless or you're not. So that's when I started. I was like, nah, this shit ain't adding up. And I may not be like the smartest person ever, but I know how to do math. And it just was not adding up. And I would message Brittany and Kayla privately. I'm not going to speak about them other than that, but I would message them privately, and I was like, this sounds hella weird. And they're like, yeah, we agree. And I'm like, oh, so I'm not fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not delusional. I'm not just thinking this shit in my head.
I'm just kidding.
Go ahead.
I'm just kidding. I said, well, maybe a little.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then.
And then that's when it started, when things were just not adding up. And then she would beg us, like I'm telling you, bro, like she would beg us, oh, can you do this for me? For what? Why? What's your goal here?
Yeah.
And then and like we would go live or whatever, and she would just tell us like, I'm just trying to get over for my head. I'm just like, so like it just didn't make sense. And whenever I would ask her personally, she would dodge the question and move on to something else. And then all this shit happened with her family, and I can't even.
Yeah.
And then she FaceTimed me about you messaging her privately. I think it was me, Brittany, we're actually on FaceTime. Brittany can actually contest to this. She said, oh yeah, I just want to tell you something. Shelby messaged me and he said, I'm sorry for your loss. And I apologize for everything that I did coming from you. And I was like, why would he apologize to someone who said something like that? Because, bitch, I would fight. Like, there is no apology at that point. There is no condolences at that point. So why would you go out of your way after she said what she said and then do that? It just didn't add up. And usually she's all about sending me screenshots about what people are telling her, but whenever it came to hearsay, right, she would never send me screenshots ever. And I'm just like, okay, that's not adding up, but okay.
I don't know what that comment means. Britt said, but Shelby said not to say a word.
There you go. She sure did.
Oh, she said that I told her not to say a word?
Yes. Apparently you want to keep everything confidential, girl. And I'm just like, if anyone knows Shelby the way Shelby is, he's not going to keep anything confidential if he doesn't want to. If he wants to speak about something, he's going to speak on it. And that's just what it is.
Right.
And I'm just like, I don't know why Shelby would. For me, if someone had said that about my mom, bitch, we're fighting. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So then I guess was it today when you were confronting her? Or what you sent me? Was that all those messages? Was that all today or was that yesterday?
It was like, some of them were today. Most of them were from today. Most of them, like this, voice memos were from, I believe, last night. But it's a collective of, most of it was from today, yeah. Most of the messages were from today.
Okay. And you haven't, since what you sent me earlier, you haven't had any more conversation with her?
Fuck no. She was like, you saw it.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to message me back. She tried to gaslight me. No, sorry, you got the wrong bitch. But like, it's like I always said, like, in that live, because I wasn't in that live when she went live with Tiffany and Miranda and she was saying the N-word. Miranda told me, hey, this is what Bella said. I know how you feel about that. And it's like, regardless of how people feel, I did have conversations with her in private in regards to the N-word. Like, and I'm not going to cry, but my partner is she's my favorite person. And even if she wasn't Black, I'm not about racism at all. Like, I'm very, like, no racism, period. And so, and Miranda's like, she said it multiple times. I told her to stop, this, that, the third. And then in the voice memo, just like you heard, she's like, oh, well, I didn't really say it. Someone else said it. And I was just repeating what the fuck they said. Bitch, you still said it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how I fucking feel because I've told you about this and you continue to do it. So you don't give a fuck about my friendship. That's very clear. Mm. She's made that very clear numerous times. And she made it very clear that night when when she continued to say the N-word. I don't like that. I don't appreciate it. I don't fucking condone it.
Yeah. Okay. So, and that's just where we're at now, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
But no, she has not attempted to message me.
I'm sorry.
She has not attempted to message me.
Well, like I said earlier in the live I did, I mean, I don't know how to phrase this without sounding like an asshole, so I hope you don't take it that way. I don't feel bad, but I do feel bad because I do think that you genuinely cared about her.
Right.
And so I can sympathize with you, like, you know, losing your friend or I guess finally seeing that she was basically what I've been saying she was this whole time. What? Oh, he's talking about the drink you're making. But I guess the frustrating thing is that, for me anyway, and this is really a question, is why did it take it happening to like you for you to find, you know what I mean? Like, why was it not good enough for when literally hundreds and possibly
because
like,
I didn't care.
Oh, okay.
That's my honest hour. That's my honest hour. That is as honest as I'm gonna say it is. I didn't care about anyone but myself, and that's selfish and that's fucked. Because again, like, now that I'm seeing it from my fucking peer view and I see how fucking awful I was, not just to you, but your followers, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I was being attacked, bitch. Your followers are crazy.
Oh, yeah, gang don't play.
Like, yeah, no, they fucking don't, bitch. They came from my motherfucking neck, okay?
Yeah.
But again, like, you know, I had to see that they were protecting you and they were defending you because, again, you weren't, you didn't deserve it. You know what I mean? And I had to see that for myself. And yes, it did take a while, and I didn't care at that point. I didn't care before, but I do care now because I don't want to be that person that is glued to Bella, like, oh, well, Allie's just a fucking, like, whatever, and she doesn't give a fuck, and that's just how Bella has her friends or whatever. I don't want to be that fucking person.
Yeah. I should have wrote those down, and I sent them in a fucking message or in a thing, and I didn't write them down. And then, sorry, I'm trying to remember. I wrote them. I put them in my phone, and then I didn't. Yeah. And then this again. I don't take these questions as like an attack. They're just kind of questions that I have, and I think other people have. So I know earlier we talked privately, and then you posted it on your TikTok about wanting your money back, which I am all for you getting your money back. But my issue, I think, is that we've been saying that this whole time about other people wanting their money back.
Yeah.
So what would make you like jump the line? Like, there are people who have been trying to get their money back from her, myself included. Right. Which, yeah, I know it's a little petty, over $20, but like, I want my money back. Like, you lied to me. Absolutely. I gave you the money and I want it back because you lied to me.
No, absolutely.
And also, not only that, but like, it's one thing that if you just lied to me to get the money, but you were holding a contest that I won.
Right.
And there's actually rules against it on TikTok, to where you can't do stuff like that. But that's beside the point. That account is taken down now, so I don't really care. But yeah, I just wanted to know, like, do you think that you're more entitled than like the other people, or?
Absolutely not. I'm gonna say this right now. I look like Boo Boo the Fool. I really do. And that's not just to be funny. That's just to be real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I look like a big-ass dummy. Okay? And I'm cool with that because I made that choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to live with that and I have to move the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I'm more entitled than you or anyone else. I do feel like she is owed to pay these people back. When I when I messaged her about wanting my money back, it wasn't about the money. It was to see,
Yeah.
because in the messages, she was like, I love you, this, that, third, blah, 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 suck my dick. I wanted to see if that was real. And for her to be like, oh, well, you just need to go on a walk. Something's not right with you. Bitch, I fight bitches, okay? I don't, like, it wasn't about the money. It was about seeing if she was going to be true to herself. And she's not. It's very true, she's not. She doesn't care about anything, anyone. She doesn't even care about herself. Like, and she's made that very fucking real. It's all about what she can do to gain shit off people. That's just what it is. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. I mean, well, you're, preaching to the, like, I already, I know all that. So I was just curious. And then, so I know that you've always said that the reason that you kind of like started to chime in on all this was because of you thought I was bullying her,
Right?
which is totally fine. But I guess and this is what I think we were getting into last time, and then we, got into it and left. But what is the difference between like her or even you, because you've now made a video about where you did the whole like, it's not like Shelby is a skinny queen. Maybe he was when he was, implying about my drug addiction. I wanted to know like what your thought process is on like why it's not okay for me to be like, oh, here comes Shrek, but then and y'all will complain about that and be like, he's fat shaming me, but then in the same breath make the same, you know what I mean? Like say the same kind of things, and like I'm just supposed to not.
No, I think that you were completely valid in definitely defending yourself. Again, like I've thought about this long and hard, and I was like, if I'm gonna message Shelby and ask him about what Bella said about the whole condolence thing, I need to really think about what the fuck I've done and take ownership for me, because this isn't about me taking accountability and me wanting an apology out of you, because I don't need one. I think that you're completely valid in the shit that you said about me, because bitch, if someone was coming for me, I would do the same thing. So I don't I think that you were completely valid. I think that I was just, again, trying to be there for someone and defend someone out of anger and ugliness and spite, and it's like, for what? Like at the end of the day, here I am looking like a dumbass again. You know what I'm saying? Again, like, damn, bitch, like, you think I'd fucking learn, but I guess not. But no, I think that you were completely valid in everything that you said. And again, it's like I told Bella, like, I think he's fucking hilarious, and that's why I was using Shrek as my picture, because I thought you were fucking funny. But other than that, I don't think that you owe me an apology or anything. Girl, when you said think of Allie, I fucking died. I was like, shit, I might as well be, bitch, because $300 later, you would think. But
yeah. There was hold on. There's Sophie. Can you go in that thing and pull the questions that I wrote in there? There wasn't a lot, but I asked them. But I do know that people asked earlier in the chat about the job. So just real quick before I ask you this question, I want to preface or like say to the chat. So you'll have to remember that Bella's a pathological liar, and just because she was telling Allie things doesn't mean that they were the truth. So for instance, like, and I was going to talk to you about this, is like, you would go to bat for her in the comments of her lives when people would bring up the fact that, or like even on her videos where people would bring up the fact that she got money donated for that car that she was trying to get parts for like 3 months that she knew was totaled from day one. But my thing is like, did she ever provide you any proof that like she wasn't getting money from people, or did she just say like, nobody sent me anything?
So, okay, and I'm gonna be as honest as I was with you as I was with Miranda, because Miranda asked me the same question. When it came to the vehicle, I put this on my mom, Shelby, I swear, I never saw her ask for money on her lives, but this was on her live. If she asked for money independently in regards to the vehicle, I did not know that.
So I think what most people are talking about is, you know what dry begging is, right?
Yes.
So it's when she would get up on her lives, and even in like the caption of the live would be, gotta get, now I need this part, now I need
Yes.
this part. And then she would like talk about how she didn't have the money for it for like 30 minutes. And that's kind of like an ongoing, that was kind of like an ongoing thing with her. Like she would, you know what I mean? Dry baking was a big part of her game of like, oh,
Right.
well, my sister won't take me to work anymore. I guess now I'm going to have to try to find a way to afford Ubers. You know what I
Right.
mean? It was just a constant. So I think
Right.
that's more so what people were talking about is like she would get on lives constantly and be like, well, I don't have the
Mhm.
money for this part. I don't have the money. And she would just talk about it incessantly to the point where then, I mean, I know for a fact that people send her money. I was just wondering
Okay.
if she was just telling you that nobody sent her money.
Like I said, if
Yeah.
people weren't sending her money, I didn't know about it.
Mm.
Because again, we had a chat and she would tell me about like the update on her vehicle. She never asked me for money, and she never said, oh, I'm gonna go on live and ask for money. Recently, I will say and I will admit, her most recent lives prior to this craziness, she would ask me and of course the other people to post her Cash App. And privately, she would ask us to post that, and I did because, of course, I'm a fucking tonta ass. But other than that, like, as I know, I if she got money, I didn't know about it. I swear, and I put
And
that on
yeah,
my
and that's what I
mom.
was trying to say to like the
Yeah.
chat is like, there's no way that you would know. I guess the issue for me is, which I mean, it's all over with now as far as, I mean, I'm concerned with you, like whatever you have had this kind of, you know, epiphany, but like, is maybe like if you didn't have, I guess I was confused that I felt like I was posting receipts of things constantly,
Mm-hmm.
and like she would say stuff all the time
Mm-hmm.
with literally no warrant, no foundation, no kind of proof at all,
Mm-hmm.
and then like y'all's group would like run with it and be like, "Yep, that's
Mm-hmm.
what happened," and I'm like, "But did she show y'all?" I was always wondering, was she showing y'all something privately?
She never showed us anything,
So
and
like, there was no proof that I ever spoke to anybody in her family. I never contacted her
no,
family.
there was never any proof in regards to that,
Yeah.
and there was never any proof of you speaking to any of her family or any of that. And again, I will continue to say, like, I was taking everything at face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And again, like, I definitely, again, like, I will apologize, you know, probably
No.
throughout this whole entire life, because again, I was taking everything at face.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, I don't know how anyone can make themselves cry like that, but bitch, I know I can't. Like, and for me, it was just like he's reaching out to this family member, this, that, third, and I'm just like, girl, like, what? But even at that time, when all that stuff was happening, I wasn't even. I stopped checking for you, and I meant like, and I mean that, like, I would, like, she would message a group chat, oh my gosh, I never gonna believe what happened today. I'm like, girl, like,
The picture.
get the fuck over it. Like, if he's talking shit about you, move the fuck on. Like, you say you're so ready to move on, but you choose to, like, be around that bullshit. And then what really pissed me off is I got sent a live that she joined your live and she was like, hi, and then you were like, hi, and I'm just like, this bitch makes me fucking sick.
She came in several of my lives.
I'm just like, how can you hate someone so bad, but then you'll be like, oh, hi, like, you're his bestie, like, and then, but you expect me to stick up for you, like, girl, no, like, and I have a voice memo of me calling her out in regards to that, and she said nothing, nada. She was just like,
so when you would call her out for stuff or whatever, and she wouldn't respond, like, I guess because this is my thing is I can't expect you to answer for the stuff Bella's done,
right,
because you're not Bella. So my questions are just really targeted, I guess, towards your
mm-hmm.
response to things of like here's the thing. So for instance, I'm in a group chat with a couple of the girls that are in here, right? And
Right.
if one of them came in there and was like saying something that I was like, wait, what? And then I questioned them about it and they ignored me, and maybe it's just because that's my personality. I'd be like, I would go back up to my message and reply to my own message and be like, nah, bitch, like, you need
I
to
would do
answer
that.
me.
You can even
Because
ask
if
Brittany in the
not,
chat.
like, we're done.
I would do that in the chat, and Brittany can contest. I would question mark it. I would reply to it, and nothing. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
and I would privately message her in private messages, And I will show those messages as well because again, like I have receipts for days, and I will tell her like you are intentionally not answering me, and it makes me feel like you're just like you just don't give a fuck, but like you expect us to do this shit for you. It's mad weird. Like that's when I was just like, nah, this bitch is a bitch. I just can't like.
Well, hold on.
It was just fucking with me. It was fucking with my mind. You know what I mean?
Sorry, Cody's here, but he
Oh.
doesn't not on camera. So aside from like or telling y'all to go duet and like whatever, so the videos that you would make on your own, was that just you or?
It was just me. It was just me.
Okay.
I would, and again, I do take full 1,000% accountability for everything that I've said.
Yeah.
Because again, like I'm a grown woman, you know, I did those things and I take full accountability for everything I said. Those videos were never, she never said, oh, you should make a response video and then I go make one. No, I would make a response video or like, you know, the shit that I would see or hear about, I would just, you know, make it on my own. But she would, anytime she made a video in regards to her being homeless, even though we know she's all at grandma's house, right? She would duet. Like she would constantly in the group chat, like fucking harangue our bitch asses. Yeah, can you duet this? Can you duet this? Bitch, we got lives, girl. Like we work 9 to 5. What the fuck are you doing, ho? How about you duet your own video?
Right.
Like it just didn't make sense to me. And then she like had told Miranda to do a video of her dad being dead. Girl, you haven't seen that man in 10 years. How sad can you be, girl? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I've already said this too. Like, I've already given my.
Yes, Victoria, she was still at grandma's house. She was never down. And that's the thing. She would say, oh, I'm homeless, but I'm down the street from grandma's house. Bitch, you know you ain't homeless, girl. Come on now. It's because someone put in the chat, like, when she went live and she was outside and she was by the tree, but she was at Will's house. But the thing is, that's the thing. Like, she would tell us in the group chat, I'm homeless.
Yeah.
And so it's like, and again, I'm taking everything at fucking face because I'm a fucking dumbass, you know? And then that's when I started catching on, and that's when I asked her in the messages, and then she was like, oh my gosh, how can you second guess me, bitch? And I'm like, because you don't prove anything.
Wait, hold on for a second. Can y'all chill in the chat? I love y'all. Y'all know we live, laugh, love over here. But holy fuck. A million fucking questions. Like, we'll get to it. Like, I mean, I can't even ask them because they're typing them. So, like, or like, not even that. But if you don't have anything, like, I mean,
I'm watching the questions. If it's something's already been answered.
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying. I'm scrolling. I'm just gonna scroll up. So somebody keeps asking about the job situation, and I feel like we've already kind of touched on this because there's no way that you're gonna know the truth about, like, she just told you basically what she said in that video, right?
She said verbatim.
Uh-huh.
She said verbatim in our group chat that he got me fired, and she FaceTimed me while I was working. And she said verbatim, I got his fucking number, bitch, from caller ID because he used his number to call my work and get me fired. And he sent videos of my live. And then me and everyone else in the group chat were like, I thought you didn't have a phone policy. So now all of a sudden you have a phone policy?
It could be on her phone, right?
Right. She's like, we have a phone policy, but it's like, it's really nothing. And then, but that's the thing. We warned that hoe. I said, bitch, if you go live and these people fucking find out where the fuck you work, bitch, they're gonna fucking get your ass. And what happened? Got your ass. What? And at the end of the day, it didn't matter who fucking called. It was her. When you don't follow the rules, bitch, you get yourself fucking fired.
Correct. Yeah, and I never called, by the way. I mean, I returned a phone call that I got from them, but it was on the guy's personal cell phone number. I didn't. What?
Go ahead, finish, but I have a question.
I didn't call the place of business or whatever. And the day that I spoke to them was the day that she was fired, so there would have been no way that she would have. But anyway, okay. What?
Evie Lynn said, "Did Allie watch the podcast episode about Bella? And if so, what did Bella have to say to Allie about it?"
Yeah, I think we touched you. So somebody asked if you watched the podcast episode that we did about Bella.
I did, and
yeah, because you commented on it, right?
Yeah, I did. And I don't know if I commented on it. If I did, strike me now with the fucking bolt. But I don't know if I commented. But I told Bella, I was like, I really like that live. But what I also told Bella is that he did show proof. He showed messages. But like, even when I saw that live again, I was just like, I feel like he's talking about, the past and all the scamming and stuff. And to me, I was just like, if it's the past, just let it go, And that's what I've always said, right? Like, I've always said it's past, let it go. But I thought the podcast was great. And if I wasn't a friend of Bella at the time, I would have been a subscriber.
Yeah.
Well, girl, feel free to go subscribe.
Right. Well, we'll feel free to go over there and subscribe. But yeah, and then also, so this recent situation, I remember distinctly you were the one in the live, because you kept saying Bella's not asking for money, we are, or you know what I mean? Like, it was about her. She was trying to get money because she needed to leave because she was in a toxic situation.
Right.
So then, whatever came of that, like, did y'all send her money? Or
I'm trying to.
I know you've told us what you've sent her, and then I know the other girls, I believe, have sent her money.
I'd have to look at my Cash App to know when's the last date I sent her money, but I didn't send her any money in regards to her being in a toxic situation to get her out, because at the time, bitch, you're motherfucking working, okay, and you gotta provide for your motherfucking self, and I'm not gonna waste any more of my money. I know that money was sent. It was not for me. And I'm gonna say something in regards to that. So there's 4 people in the chat room, right? Well, not chat room, in the group chat. The first message that Bella says, oh, so-and-so sent me this amount of money. It was a large amount of money, right? And welcome her to the group chat. I'm like, damn, bitch. Like, okay, so you're adding people who are sending you money now. Me and Brittany didn't even know this person at all. And I'm just like, damn, so you really got to be initiated in this shit, bitch. Like, and that's what I felt. And that person has expressed how she felt to me. And I told Bella, and then she went on and told that person, oh, well, if you felt some sort of way, you should have told me. Bitch, and what would you have done? Ignored her and moved the fuck on, because that's what the fuck you do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good question, actually. The one Sophie that it just asked. So when she's like on these, or like telling y'all she's broke and all this stuff, and she's got to wait till she gets this check to do this and that. So then when she would go out and be getting her nails done, or like eating out every day, or talking about how she was going to buy all of her coworkers lunch while she was at work and stuff, like, did that never seem weird?
When she would get her nails done and go out to eat, she would say that her sister was buying her food and getting her nails done for Bella. I know that the most recent check that she had, the $900 that obviously went missing, she stated that, no, she went to go get her nails done all black. And then she mentioned later on that day that I didn't have enough money to get designs. I'm like, bitch, you just got paid yesterday. What the fuck you mean you don't have money to get designs? It just didn't match up. You have no bills. You have no vehicle. Whoever you're staying with isn't making you pay any bills. So how the fuck are you out of money? That's what it did. That's what blew my motherfucking mind. And I don't know what addiction looks like. I know my partner, she used to be addicted, but I never saw what that looked like. My mom was addicted to pills, but again, I don't know what certain addictions look like. So I don't know if Bella was using it. I don't know what that looks like. But Bella, when she got her nails the last time, she paid for it. But the other time, she would say that her sister paid for it and her sister was buying her food. But again, I'd have to check the very last time I sent her money because it's been a while, and because she was saying she needed money for this and that. And I'm just like, didn't you just get paid, girl? That's what's so confusing to me. And then, like, I love Brittany. Brittany's the most kindest person, probably a lot more kinder than I am. And Brittany has been going through a lot of stuff. We're not going to talk about that. But she sent money to her. And I was just like, why are you sending money to this person who just got paid a few days ago? A few days ago, how do you go through a $900 in a few days?
Yeah.
I want
to I can tell you
so bad. Like,
yeah.
Girl.
So I have another question. So when did you guys find out that she didn't have bills? Because I distinctly remember when she, especially, it was right after Miranda, her cousin, so Sosa, whenever she left, I remember Bella made that video, made the old lady sit down and, you know, make that video and was talking about how she pays her, basically, like she was telling everybody she paid to live there and all this stuff, and she contributes. And so when did y'all find out that none of that was true?
Supposedly she pays her money. Do I know that to be true? No, I do not. If she pays her anything, she would tell me that, oh, I had to give grandma $100. Bitch, that must be fucking nice because my rent is almost $1,500 and I'd love to pay $100 just to live somewhere. But that's what she would say. She was like, I'm paying Will's grandma $100, but when she got paid, the $900, she didn't tell me that she was giving grandma money. She didn't tell me she was paying for the car. Nothing like that.
When she got the $900, the car had been
right. It had been gone. Right.
Well, the car had been gone for months. Let's be honest. I mean, I guess that's another question I have about the car. Did she ever show you all proof of like nothing? Like y'all never thought like, okay, these people are asking these questions, like at least as your like we as your friends, like can you show us, or y'all just believe her?
The first day or the first check that she had, I called her and I said, hey, so what are you going to do about the car? Because she had been messaging me independently saying, I'm going to make sure my car goes into a shop or whatever. And I said, okay, you should see how much you should see how much it's going to cost, because here in San Antonio, you can go to a car place and you can get on a payment plan, you know, if they need to fix it or whatever. That's how me and my partner fixed our Jeep. But anyways, and I asked her, she said, oh, well, that day that she got paid, it got towed. But other than that, later that day, she said, oh, well, it's a complete loss. And then...
When was that? Like, was it a while ago, or...
It had to have been 2 weeks prior to her most recent paycheck. Like 3 weeks prior to her most recent paycheck is when she got her car towed, or supposedly when her car was towed. She didn't show me proof that her car was towed. She didn't FaceTime me showing that her car was being towed off, but she told me that it was being towed, and then later on that day, and again, she said she didn't have insurance. All of a sudden, magically, she has insurance. And I'm just like, girl, do you have insurance or not? And then she said the car was at a total loss, and there was nothing that she could do, and that she was going to talk to grandma because grandma was a co-signer, and she was going to talk to her about co-signing her for another vehicle. Grandma said no. Bella got pissed off and was going to leave. Obviously, that never happened. She's been at Will's this whole entire time. And one night she messaged the group chat. She's like, oh my God, all my clothes are wet. And none of us replied, because it's just like, girl, come on. Like,
what do you mean all her clothes are wet? Well, hold on.
Because she said that she was homeless, right?
Uh-huh.
All of a sudden she's homeless, right? And so because it rained in Austin or whatever. And she was like, yeah, like I'm drenched. And I guess she had all her clothes with her, supposedly. And then all her clothes were wet. Me and the other people that were in that group chat never replied. Because we were like, girl, at this point, you're lying. Like, we know that you're lying. You have to know that we know that you're lying. But you think that we're all dummies. And that's when I started to call her out on everything. But girl, I was a dummy, I guess.
So, sorry, I was reading their comments and somebody said that the clothes were wet from that tub.
Girl, when I saw that, you can't have gone to a laundromat, bitch.
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't even know what. Why did she do that again? To make it seem. I think she did that to make it seem like
Empathy, sympathizing. The thing is, for me, it's hard for me to empathize and sympathize with people because after my mom died, they kind of went out the window. So, but girl, I'm just like, damn, $233 that I gave her, my hard money. I'm just like, damn, bitch. Like, how stupid can I be?
yeah.
$233.
Uh,
I could have sent that to you.
yeah, you could have. No, but for real. No. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess it's maybe for me, but that's just because of the person that I am. It is hard for me to grasp like being so gullible and allowing somebody to manipulate you so much.
Right.
Or, you know what I mean? But I guess it does happen to people. So I mean, it's just hard for me to understand because I'm not that person, and I'm kind of like quick to. I guess I figure things out really fast, you know.
Right.
I mean, it didn't take me, but a couple of days when I first started,
Right.
Watching her to figure out that this was all a big scam.
And I don't want people to. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I apologize. And I don't want you to feel, or Cody to feel, or anyone in this live to feel that I was oblivious to this shit. That I just allowed this shit to happen, and I was just this big ass motherfucking dummy just giving this bitch money. It wasn't like that for me. I was aware, okay, fully aware, but I really thought that she was changing and trying to do better for her life because she was she got a job, she was working, I felt that she was thriving, and she played a bitch, okay? Like, that's just how honest as I can be. She played me and I allowed it.
Okay, and then just a follow up with that though is, so then whenever I would post like videos or mainly just videos with like proof in it of like stuff contradicting what she was telling y'all, because then to me it's not Bella played you, it's there's no other way to say this, are you just stupid? Like that was my thought process at the time, right? Like
I must have been
like,
a fucking
I'm posting
dumbass
stuff
because
that's literally contradicting what for instance, right, like y'all had all said like she didn't remember, you made that video where you said like if she had gotten all this money, then where's all the receipts? People would be posting the receipts. People would be requesting their money back, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I posted one video and
Mm-hmm.
I have, thousands of more dollars of receipts that people have sent me that I haven't posted. But just,
I didn't see that video until today. I did go through your TikTok.
Oh, I posted it like a couple.
Yes, but again, like when I said a few minutes ago, like when I stopped stalking you, right? Because I was stalking you, like I didn't care about what you were posting, but I did see that video today. But in regards to you saying I'm gonna get proof from the people you scammed, I messaged Bella and I have proof of that. And I messaged Bella and she said, "Oh well, he did post a video, but the amount only leads up to $200."
Well, that was just the first one that I posted.
And I said, and she was like, she messaged
me.
So
she went and watched the video and took the time to add up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I'm not going to have $27,000 worth of receipts just at my disposal. One, not everybody like is still around that had used to donate to her. Two, there are people who used to donate and follow her who don't follow the situation at all anymore, who don't even know that I exist or that I've even made these videos. And then also some people aren't like her and they don't want to be involved. They don't want
right.
So they're not going to make videos calling her out and maybe they're not gonna message like, but like I guess it was just kind of like this. Somehow y'all had this thought of like nobody has sent her anything, and I just was wondering where y'all kind of where that came from.